A Netflix original adaptation. How bad is this inevitably going to be? Apparently, not very bad. This was really good. Now, it wasn't perfect, and I will go over that in a second. First of all, important to mention, I have not rehearsed any of this. I'm going into this I've just finished it 5 minutes ago, so I'm here to give you my full and honest thoughts as usual, and then you can decide whether you want to spend 2.5 hours watching this. Let's kick it off with the fact that we watched the trailers. I knew going into this it was going to be a high production value film. And my issue with this probably wasn't going to be in its cinematography, because its cinematography is pretty incredible for the most part. There were some beautiful shots that left me in complete awe. The depiction and the way the sound design mixes with the dark contrast in lighting and the atmosphere, and it really worked. It provided a harrowing experience, which almost sort of put you in that situation yourself, and it provided that empathy for the viewer. It's unforgiving as expected. It is a pretty brutal depiction, as it needs to be. And a lot of people aren't liking the sound design. I personally did, and I think it fit the tone really well. Some of the performances were also pretty high tier throughout. I will get into the writing of the characters themselves in a second, but the performances were perfectly fine, if not great, for a lot of them. Before I go on to a few of the negatives I had with this film, I will say I gave this a 4 out of 5, so very, very good score. The first thing, the characters are cliche. They are. But the thing is, that didn't really bring down the viewing enjoyment for me, because let's be honest, a lot of modern war films have the the characters have similar characteristics, similar mannerisms, especially younger kids going to war, that sort of thing. So that was kind of expected. The dialogue is actually pretty good for the most part. Not anything incredible, but that is helped given the performances are actually really good. But I couldn't help but find some of the scenes quite hollow at times. There was a lot more that could have been explored externally, potentially outside of just the soldiers at the end, especially if you are going to give a final hour after the war has already somewhat ended. There is a lot more that could have been explored. There were some blatant come and see rip-off shots here, which isn't necessarily a negative. I can definitely see why they'd want to do that. But if you've watched Come and See and you watch this, you will see a lot of similarities in terms of some of these shots they choose to use. But honestly, this was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I had a really good time with this. I think it is a really well-made film, and I think technically, if you're looking for something with incredible cinematography, just beautiful shots to leave you in awe, and a good sound design, this is a film you'll want to watch.